Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael /PokeOz. On this channel we talk all things Pokemon card investing. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're tuning back in, I really appreciate it. Today's video is all about the best Scarlet and Violet investments. Now, it almost pains me to say this, but I think the best Scarlet and Violet investments aren't going to be main sets. They're not going to be main set booster boxes. They're going to be holiday sets. And like I said, it pains me to say that, but I think that's what it is. And that's what we're going to dive straight into in this video. The best Scarlet and Violet investments. And in this case, it's the holiday sets. Now look, in case you've been hiding under a rock or you're very new to the hobby, and I certainly don't want to insult anyone's intelligence that's been in this hobby for a while, but holiday sets don't have booster boxes. So to give you an example of a holiday set from Scarlet and Violet era, we're talking Prismatic Evolutions, 151, Paldean Fates, etc. in comparison to sets like Scarlet and Violet Base, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks that have booster boxes and Elite Trainer boxes. So holiday sets, no booster boxes. We're talking Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes and Elite Trainer boxes as investments. And again, it pains me to say it, but I think they're going to be our best investment vehicles from the whole Scarlet and Violet era. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that booster boxes from Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, Destined Rivals aren't going to be fantastic performers, because they will be. In fact, all booster boxes from Scarlet and Violet era will probably at least be mid performers, if not strong performers. I don't think we've got that Evolving Skies booster box yet. It's too early to make a call on Destined Rivals, but for me so far, the best investments are the holiday sets. And let's just delve straight into it. So if we look at some of the holiday sets, and I guess before we do that, if we look at maybe a main set like Surging Sparks for argument's sake, Surging Sparks has a total set value which has now dipped under $1,200 US. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, there's a super strong correlation between total set value and future sealed product price. It's as simple as that. The stronger the total set value, the stronger the sealed product future price is going to be. And more importantly, that's almost like painting it with a broad brush, but you know, the hits come into play. You know, how expensive is the top hit? What's the grading play? How hard are they to gem into 10? And therefore, you know, what's the percentage gains you're going to get from gemming a 10 on these cards? Like, there's so much more that comes into play. But general rule of thumb, the stronger the total set value, the better the performance of the sealed product. And if we look at a set like Surging Sparks, it's now dipped under $1,200. There's not too many super strong booster box sets. And like I said, Destined Rivals is strong at the moment, but it's too early to tell. We've got to let that set settle. Like Surging Sparks was up above $3,000 US total set value when it came out, and now it's dipped below $1,200. But if we look at the holiday sets, I don't think we can discredit how strong the holiday sets have been so far from Scarlet and Violet era. And look, maybe excluding Shrouded Fable, and lots of people talk about that as an underdog, and you know, it's the set that's not getting any attention, and that's where we should put our attention, because sets that don't get any attention when they first come out can prove to be strong in the future. Maybe something like Dragon Majesty from Sun and Moon is case in point there. But if we look at the main sets, the ones that are really good from Scarlet and Violet era when it comes to holiday sets, they're just phenomenal, aren't they? And starting off with Prismatic Evolutions, for argument's sake, you know, that set is just an absolute home run. Pokemon hit the nail on the head when it comes to that. And in my opinion, it is the most polished set from Scarlet and Violet era. Do I love the artwork? No. Do I like the artwork? Yes, to a degree. Does it take away from how expensive the chase cards are? No. Personally, I still prefer old arts from Sun and Moon. I still prefer old arts from Sword and Shield over some of the artwork that we're seeing for special illustration rares, particularly in Prismatic Evolutions. I'm not a massive fan of it. I think it's good, but I don't love it. Whereas I love the alt artwork from Sword and Shield era. That was phenomenal. But Prismatic Evolutions, the total set value is massive. We're still talking like $6,000 total set value. We've got Master Balls inside there. We've got Pokeballs inside there. We've got some cool trainers to pick up inside there. And then we've got the whole Evolution lineup as SIRs, which are worth massive dollars as raw cards, because the pull rates on those are just so damn difficult. A Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box from Prismatic Evolutions will go down as the best, if not one of the best, sealed investments from the whole Scarlet and Violet era. Now, failing that, the standard Elite Trainer box, which I've got somewhere around here, Well, there it is, up there, it's front and center. That will also be a phenomenal investment. Now, on top of that, if we roll down to a set like 151, which doesn't quite have the total set value that Prismatic Evolutions has, but it has another factor going for it, and that's the nostalgia factor. It's 151. It is the original 151 Pokemon. There's some beautiful special illustration rares. There's some beautiful illustration rares. We have the whole original base trio lineup from Charmander through Charizard, Bulbasaur through Venusaur, Squirtle through Blastoise. I mean, what a lineup of cards. The Alakazam still doesn't get the justice it deserves. That is the best special illustration rare to date from the whole Scarlet and Violet era, and it's still not getting the love. I think it's still sitting around $35 US, but that is just a home run as well. And same thing, it will go down as one of the best sealed investments from the whole Scarlet and Violet era is the 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, and failing that, the standard 151 Elite Trainer Box. Now keep in mind the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes, again, not trying to insult anyone's intelligence, but has the stamped Pokemon Center logo on it. And that adds a fair bit of weight. You wouldn't think it does, but it does. It just does. Now, after those two sets, the third holiday set, and this almost flies under the radar a little bit, maybe because it doesn't quite have the depth of strong chase cards that these other two sets have, but don't discredit Paldean Fates. That is a very, very strong, sneaky Pokemon card set with two absolute heaters sitting at the top, and that top one in that Bubble Mew. I mean, for a card to get its own name, Bubble Mew, that speaks volumes. That's an incredible chase card. The Charizard's beautiful, the Gardevoir's beautiful. We have some Gen 1 shinies to chase in there in cards like Charmander, Pikachu, Snorlax. There's some cool trainers to chase inside this set as well. And opening the packs, don't forget how fun this set is to open. It's like sitting around nearly, I think it's like a 45% hit rate when you're talking baby shinies, trainers, gold cards with the legendaries in there, obviously the SIRs. And I love that the tiered pull rate factor. That's what we started to see in some of those Trainer Gallery Sword and Shield sets where you get that tiered pull rate. And look, again, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box from Paldean Fates, phenomenal pickup. Is it going to be as expensive as 151 or Prismatic Evolutions in 5 years' time? Personally, I don't think so. Will it be a phenomenal investment? Yes. And then failing that, the standard Elite Trainer Box will also be a phenomenal investment. These holiday sets are actually outclassing the main sets. All three of those, in my opinion, outclass sets like Paldea Evolved. And look, a lot of people love Paldea. I like Paldea Evolved quite heavily. I think it's a good Pokemon card set, but I think those three holiday sets outclass it. And on that, and you go, well, hold on, Elite Trainer Boxes, like how good an investment will they really be? And if we go back into the past and look at some other sets, even if we go back to Sword and Shield, and I know the graphics past us now, but, Champion's Path, which is a very weak holiday set. It's got two great chase cards in Charizards, but other than that, there's literally nothing in there. Like it's boom or bust. And those two Charizards are good chase cards. But, even that was printed heavy during the COVID era. Even that's up to like $140 US now. And moving on down to, Sun and Moon era, sets that had no love when they first come out and were so cheap, like they were almost being given away. Sets like Dragon Majesty, look at the price on those. And if we go back even further, sets like Hidden Fates, for argument's sake, that's not further behind Dragon Majesty, but even that sat for so long, like that got so many waves of reprints, it sat for so long and it's already nudging like $300 US. And if we go further back in time to XY and we look at a set, like Generations, the 20th anniversary, that's like north of $1,200 US for an Elite Trainer Box. So don't think that these Elite Trainer Boxes from Scarlet and Violet, from the holiday sets, can't perform phenomenally well. And look, I get the downsides to Elite Trainer Boxes, they take up a bit more space. They are quite hard to keep in good condition. It's very easy to get little nicks on the plastic on there. The plastic seems a fair bit weaker than a booster box plastic, so I understand that side. I understand it's going to cost more to freight, etc. But the pros are you also get a cheaper entry point price to buying into Elite Trainer Boxes. They're not as dear as booster boxes. And in some cases, they're a little bit easy to get their hands on. We all know how hard it is to get booster boxes at the moment. Sometimes Elite Trainer Boxes can be just a touch easier. Well, there you have it. Maybe, I don't know if it disappoints me, excites me, somewhere in the middle, but I think the fact remains we can't hide away from the fact that from what we've seen so far from Scarlet and Violet, 151, Paldean Fates, and Prismatic Evolutions, they seem to put a lot of the main sets to shame, and therefore, I don't think you can hide away from a good Pokemon card set. Eventually, these Elite Trainer boxes, and particularly the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, will get opened over time. They'll get rarer and rarer. We could see multiple print waves, of course, but over time they'll get rarer and rarer, and therefore they will go up in value quite significantly as a sealed product. I think they're phenomenal investments from the Scarlet and Violet era, and there you have it. I'm eating my words on booster boxes there. I'm Michael. This is Poke Oz. Catch everyone next time.